How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another edition of the Wimbledon Career Mode, and this will be episode number 85 of this series. And before we do get into anything, I've just got to thank you guys for all the support you gave on the last episode. We will be finishing off the Barclays Premier League season in this episode, and we will also have the Europa League final against Marseille as well. Before we do get into any of that though, if you guys can leave a like on the video for the season finale, and if you want to see this series return very soon for season number 6, make sure you show your support by leaving a like on the video. And also make sure you go and check out the poll that I ran a few days ago, basically discussing what series we're going to be doing. That poll's going to be going on for another day or two, and then we will collect the result and see what we're going to be doing. But we do have some monthly scouting updates here, and we're going to take a little look and see if we've got any good players. Chris McDonald does look pretty decent, very good potential on him, and I will go ahead and sign him up. And we'll have to see if we've got anyone from Northern Ireland that we can sign up as well. And it doesn't look like we've got anyone decent enough to sign up to the academy. Since we have such a big point gap and a game in hand over Chelsea for this game in the Premier League, I will be simming this one. And in fact, I will be simming all of the games of the season until we get to the Chelsea one. And I will be playing that last game. It's pretty much nailed on now that we're going to be winning the Premier League title, whether we win or lose this match. But we do end up winning this one, and Villalba comes off the bench late on and does get the goal to win it. And after that, we will have a bit of player training as well and see if we can get any growth from this session. We're getting very close to seeing a few players going up in overall, but unfortunately, we're not quite there yet. I've just had a player conversation from Gabriel Miranda, and he's asking for an increase in wages. And I haven't even given him a contract since I signed him from the youth academy. Luckily for me though, he only wants £4 grand a week, which is a big surprise. Usually, if you leave a player for this long and they get to this high in overall, they're going to want at least 30 or 40 grand a week. I can count myself lucky then that Gabriel Miranda only wants this amount per week, but let's hope that he does go ahead and accept this contract. Once again, we do have a game in the Premier League, and this one, just like the last one against Middlesbrough, is pretty irrelevant. So we will be simming this one with the first team, and I do expect to win either way, and we do end up winning 1-0 with Draxler getting the only goal of the game. Gabriel Miranda unfortunately declined the contract I offered him because he's not happy with the squad role I'm offering. The thing is though, he's not really an important first team player. Nowhere near that, to be honest. He's more of a squad rotation player. I don't really use him too often, but when I do, he is quite good, so maybe I should just give him what he wants. So we have a wild Gabriel Miranda asking for more wages. That's basically what that email means, and I can prove that exactly right now. I'm going to go ahead and offer him £5 grand a week, and I guarantee that he will accept this contract straight away. No drama whatsoever. He'll just be like, oh, I'm behind the club now. I really want to stay now, boss. We'll have to see after we sim this Sheffield Wednesday game whether or not he does go ahead and accept it. And we do end up getting a 3-1 win from this game. Unfortunately, Obita does get a red card, but that doesn't really matter too much because we pretty much won the Premier League anyway. 3 days ago, I think I need a change in my career, so I'm going to move on at the end of this contract. 3 days later, I'm really behind this club now. I've signed a new contract. It's great to be staying at the club. Bruh. But now here we go into one of the biggest games of the series so far, if not the biggest one. And of course it is the Europa League final against Marseille. This game is absolutely huge, and it would be our biggest silverware to date if we do end up winning this game. Of course, we've already wrapped up the Premier League title, and you could argue that's a much bigger piece of silverware. But that's not officially being given to us yet. We have to wait a little bit longer. So for the time being, if we do end up winning this game against Marseille, it would be officially, for a couple of days, our biggest piece of silverware to date. We've done so much and we've come back from so many games to get to the Europa League final. And now we're coming up against Marseille, a really big challenge. And I don't know if we're going to be able to beat them in this game. You could argue that the bigger test that we faced was against Napoli in the last leg, which we ended up winning. But we're coming up against our former player, Lee Lucas, in this game. He's got Marseille all the way to the final. And they've also got quite a few other players in there that I'm a bit worried about. Having said that though, we've got a really strong lineup, and I just, for the sake of just beating Lee Lucas, I mean, I really want to win this game. It's going to be a corner for Marseille 3 minutes in. They've got the cross into the middle, and it's a brilliant save by Sears twice. What a double save that is. I don't know how he saved the second one. There we go. Draxler's in a really good position. And we'll play this one here to Villalba, who's going to have a shot. And what a save that is by the keeper. Lots of chances early on in this game. And now we've got a corner. And it's a good delivery and a brilliant header by Vestergaard. And he's got so unlucky not to score that one. That would have been one hell of a goal. Now it's going to be over the top again if we can get there. And Jökonen's done well. And he's going to cut inside with a nice little scoot turn. And we'll try and play it if we can. Or maybe just go all the way and have a shot. And it's a brilliant solo goal by Jökonen, who makes it 1-0 in this game. The defending is just really, really terrible from the Marseille defenders. He really should have intercepted twice there. And he just left Jökonen in so much space. And the most impressive thing about that finish is that is on his weaker foot. His one-star weak foot. And he still managed to score. Oh, Lee Lucas, our former player, plays it inside here to Mendy, and that's going to be a penalty. Oh my god, that's a nightmare. We should have defended that a lot better than we did. And City is the culprit here. He was just trying to barge him off the ball. He did win the ball, but he clattered the man down in the process. And it's going to be Batshuayi versus Joe Sears, who's going to come out on top with this one. I'm going to go right. Damn it. Batshuayi scores. He levels it up in this game. And Marseille have been knocking. They've been looking for that equaliser. And they finally found their way through. It's been a really hotly contested game so far. Marseille have been the better side, but it's still a 1-1 draw in this game. We ended up scoring quite early on with Jökonen. They ended up equalising with Batshuayi, but as we go into the second half, I'm hoping that we can be the better team in this game. And Feghouli again gets the cross into the middle, and Lassana Diarra misses a good opportunity there. It's going to be Mario Lemina. He's going to try and cut inside. He's actually done quite well here. We've got to make sure we defend this. Oh my god. That should have been the goal to take Marseille in front. And this defending is just atrocious. And he's played inside again to Batshuayi, who has a shot. And they've scored in the 89th minute. And it looks like Marseille have won it pretty much in the dying seconds of the game. If that is the case, I'm bitterly disappointed. But I've played like absolute crap in this game. And I completely deserve to lose if that ends up being the case. Oh my god, we were on the attack as well. And we end up losing this one, 2-1 in the final. I'm bitterly disappointed, I will be honest. I thought we could have done the double in this season by winning the Europa League and also the Premier League, but it just wasn't meant to be. I think it's made even worse by the fact that Lee Lucas left the club for £30 million last summer. And he's beaten us in the final. His first game back at his club. And he's just got the perfect revenge against us. And there you have it. It was a long, long journey to get to the final. We beat a lot of teams by good margins along the way. But when it came to the final, we just didn't have the bottles to go on and win it. We also have a youth player that wants out of the academy after that. Aaron Carson wants to leave. And he wants to join up with the first team. Although Aaron Carson doesn't really have the best overall, he does have pretty decent potential. And he's also got pretty good physical stats as well. Carson's going to be one of those players that does grow all round, technically, physically, and also mentally. So I think I will just go ahead and sign him up. Well, that Europa League loss was pretty disappointing, I'm not going to lie. But at least we know now that we're going into this Chelsea game, knowing that we can get some redemption and that we can earn some silverware, whatever the result is. And we'll take a little look at Chelsea's lineup going into this game. They don't really have the best side. They've got a few players in there that are a bit questionable, but they've kept most of their players and they haven't really signed too many. We do now have a free kick, 46 yards out, and I will be taking this one with Madison. And let's see what we can do from here. We're going to full power this one. And it's a really good effort. Oh my god. Imagine if that had gone in. It's almost impossible. But it was very, very close. It's a good save by Begovic. Although it doesn't really matter if we get a win or not, I still would like to get a win if it's possible. Especially after we devastatingly lost to Marseille. Oh, we're in a spot of bother here with Hazard going all the way and having a shot. And it's just really poor defending, but it's a great double save. I've just not been on point in this episode. I've just been terrible. And there we have it. This game ends up being a 0-0 draw. It doesn't really matter though, because we end up winning the Premier League title. So that is very, very good. I would have liked to have won the match because that would have ended off the season just perfectly. But these things just aren't meant to happen sometimes. I haven't been playing good FIFA today. but that didn't matter on the day because we've won the Premier League title. And I think it's just great that we've won some relevant silverware this season as well, especially after being knocked out of the Europa League. We always had this to fall back on. That's what I'm trying to say. We always had the Premier League title to fall back on, and we're picking it up now. It's unbelievable. 5 seasons it's taken, and we've just come on such a long journey, and here we are now with Yannick Vestergaard picking up the Premier League trophy, and I just can't believe it, to be honest. We end up winning the Barclays Premier League title, and I'm sure that's going to be the first title of many to come in this series. We've won the Premier League now. Now there's only one more objective left to complete, and that's to win the Champions League. But that won't be until next season. Luckily, we are competing in the Champions League next season. Obviously, we won the Premier League titles, so that means that we are going to be in that. And hopefully, if we do end up winning that, that can be the series all wrapped up there. And I can be very happy with what we accomplished. But there you have it. That's where we're going to end off this episode of this career mode. And hopefully you have enjoyed. And if you have enjoyed this episode and you want to see a season 6 of this career mode, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. If we can try and get over 120 likes, it's a lot to ask for. But if we can try and get over that, I will do a season 6 of this career mode. And there's certainly going to be a lot that will happen in that 6th and possibly final season of the career mode. So make sure you stick around for that. And also make sure you're on the lookout for the new series. It will be starting in a few days. I still need a little bit of time though just to get everything prepared. But apart from that, guys, I'm going to have to leave it there. And I'll see you next time for another video. Thanks for watching.